Hello, guys. I'll be doing a brief video on the market outlook on several pairs. It's been a while since I posted. I've been doing other assignments, but I've managed to get some time to do brief video. I'll be focusing on the gold, silver. I'll also give a brief overview of a GBP USD, GBP AUD, and GBP NZD. Those are the only pairs I'll just give you a few pointers where I think the market is heading. And this is just my analysis. I am not saying that I can predict the market, it's just what my analysis is telling me. So we'll start with the gold. This is what is on my screen. On the monthly, we are having a bearish slide, and my point of interest is this demand zone here. And specifically, there's a fair value gap on the lower time frames marked by this reddish line, and you're seeing the price line is about 1535. So on the monthly, we have two options. Gold will either continue upwards targeting 1940, or it could settle at this weekly. We have a weekly supply where you see gold has sort of settled, and we are seeing there's a possibility that after mitigating the weekly supply, it's likely to come down back into, let me just maximize, back into this demand zone here. So this is still a possibility. We have no confirmed position on this, or no confirmed direction on this. Why? I only trade when I have a change of character and a break of structure. And this is where I was going to target my first change of character, and I still don't have a change of character yet. Once I have a change of character, I'll also mark the new low created where I'll be looking for a break of structure. Then I can confidently say that this will be a bearish slide targeting the 1535 region that I have highlighted. I also have the same outlook on what is it, silver. So on the monthly, you can see that it has already mitigated the higher time frame supply. Well, I have a higher region point of interest. I will wait and see if silver will still touch those zones, but I am targeting the 17.38 region. This, I'm looking for a strong short position here. On the weekly, if we come down on the weekly, we still have the same bearish outlook. And you can see that it has touched that monthly supply I was talking about. If I come back on the 4 hour, I have a change of character. And this is good news for me, because I am only waiting for the market to come and break this low. If it breaks this low here, I will have confirmed that this is a bearish momentum and I will sell. But I strongly recommend only trade when you have a change of character and a break of structure. For those guys who use smart money concepts, change of character and then break of structure. If you only have change of character with no break of structure, for me that would be around that I'd consider that a dangerous trading strategy. So gold and silver, we have the same outlook, but we are waiting for confirmation. And you'll see that outlook is more or less the same with what I'm going to display on the GBP USD. And I'll start on the monthly. This is a bearish, for me, this is a bearish market structure. You're seeing this is the supply, the last order block that created this low. And you're seeing the pound versus dollar has already mitigated. And you can see, let me just remove this. And you can see my arrow suggests that it will touch the monthly POI around 1.26 and continue down. But again, I am not predicting. I'm just suggesting that's where the market is likely to go. If I come down to the weekly, again, we still have the same bearish outlook. But the beauty of a pound dollar is that as we speak, we have a 2 hour change of character broken. We have a 4 hour change of character broken. We have a break of structure here. This was a low it has been broken. So what I am waiting for is to see a move like this back to the upside, and then we continue. And this is where I am targeting to take my first profit will be this region, if not that region. My second take profit will be down here around 1.08, 1.07. So for me, the pound is a confirmed sell. For me, it's a confirmed sell. I'm only waiting for the retracement, and my entry point would be this region. Let me just give it a different color. My entry point would be 1.23425. That's where I'd place my sell order. And then I wait for it to come down to 1.14. I previously mentioned that I'm a swing trader, so I target a lot of pips, around minimum 2000 pips. So 1.23 to 1.14, that's approximately 9000 pips. That would be approximately $80 on a micro lot. And I think that's a fair amount of profit, healthy profit. I'll also share my outlook on the GBP Swiss franc. This is one of the trades that I failed to take. It's a sell. It's a bearish setup. And if I pull out, you will see if the market keeps going if the market keeps coming down, it will come down to this region here. But this is where we are currently. Currently, we are at we're in this region. Let me just go down to the weekly. On the weekly, the market has mitigated the weekly POI, and you're seeing there's something like a return to order block. This will be best seen when I come down to the lower time frames. If I come down to the lower time frame, I want to explain why I have a sell. I have a bearish bias on this pair. So this is the time. This is the high around 30th of October, and this was a low. It broke this low, then broke this low, then came back to this demand zone to mitigate it and go higher. So already I had a change of character here and a break of structure. So I was waiting for a return to order block, preferably the green line up here. And you can see it did exactly that, went back to this green line. So I had another change of character marked by this line, or I can create a line here and a break of structure, and they were broken. So what I'm waiting for this week, if possible, there's likely to be a move back up here. Then I would take my profit down here. Let me just give it a different color. This is one of the pairs that I'm looking for. Again, 1.144 to around 1.13, 1.11. That's about 3,000 pips. That would be about $20 to $25 again on a micro lot. That's a healthy profit. But for the people who are aggressive and patient at the same time, I am targeting here around 1.05. Let me mark this with a different color. 1.07, sorry. So if you come in at 1.14 to around 1.07, that's about 7,000 pips. That could be approximately $60. And I see this as a strong possibility. Why do I say this is a strong possibility? If you check here, this is what I call a fair value gap. It's a form of inefficiency. It's a fair value gap. And you target the middle of it. The middle of the fair value gap is also another take profit around 1.08. So I see the pair coming down to this region, but this is for the patient traders. I'll also do GBP AUD. This is one of my favorite pairs. GBP AUD, one of my favorite pairs. I think when we started, we didn't have a very good relationship with it, but I've learned to be patient with it. So this is a bearish momentum. with a correction. And you're seeing there's a monthly POI I have highlighted here. But at the same time, there's a fair value gap in here, that the market has sort of mitigated on the weekly. You're seeing the, let me call it the orange line, they have already touched that. So what I am waiting for is for clear direction. When I say clear direction, what do I mean? I am waiting for this structure to be broken. If it breaks this structure, it will form the change of character, then possibly create a new low. If it comes down, then goes back up, then comes down like this, I expect it to go back up, then continue the bearish slide. So this will be the change of character. And then if it breaks this new low, I'm just drawing, I'm not saying that's what the market will do. If it breaks this new low, then I have a confirmed sell order, and I'll place my sell order somewhere up here. But again, I'll have to wait. That is the same. We almost have a similar outlook on GBP and ZD. That's another favorite pair of mine. You can see on the monthly, the monthly. So it's a bearish setup. Then there's a correction here. It came back and it corrected. Now it's continuing. So where am I targeting? Where am I targeting this pair? Once it breaks this structure, ladies and gentlemen, once it breaks this structure, I expect it to break, come back to this unmitigated order block, then continue. But you also have to be prepared for an alternative scenario where it will still come down here, then go back up here, then go beyond. And when it goes beyond, where am I targeting my profits? My take profits. Let me come back to the monthly. Just a minute. So I am targeting my take profit somewhere around this region. But again, as I mentioned, this is a wait and see approach. If I go back to the 4 hour, I have a change of character here, and I have a break of structure here. So already I know this is a sell. This is a sell order. But I have a lot of inefficiencies sitting up here. So my expectation is that once we've broken this line, once we've broken this dotted line here, this is my expectation that the market will come back, then continue with the bearish momentum. So guys, that's my market outlook. Some of these setups we will see them play out possibly early 2023, in the fourth quarter, which is the end of the year of 2022. There's usually low liquidity and low volatility in the market, so some moves are not that aggressive. But when you start the year, and I think when you check when we started 2022, the pound was not doing very well. People are selling off the pound, and we are likely to see the same repeat itself first quarter of 2023. But as always, guys, I will post my analysis on my Instagram page, on my Twitter page, and also TikTok and YouTube. The handle is AfroSwingFX. It is a green background with a mustard or a golden color writings. As always, I'll post my analysis for free. Those who want to use it, go ahead and use it. Those who want for more information, they can send me a message and you can see how we can partner. I wish you a fruitful and a successful 2023 that is upcoming. As always in trading, this is a wealth creation game. Be patient. The market will reward the patient and the competent. Keep increasing your skill and knowledge and be patient, and the market will reward you. Thank you, guys.